Well, today I'm excited to share with you my experience with Toro's new 60-volt E21 self-propelled power clear snowblower. This thing is awesome. But I also want to talk about why it's important for you to register your products after you purchase them. Here we go. So we've had a pretty impressive winter out here in Utah this year, and I've had a lot of great opportunities to test out this snowblower. This is the new 60-volt power clear self-propelled single stage snowblower that Toro sent to me this year to try out. And I want to give you my thoughts, my experience, and tell you a little bit about what's going on with it currently. Just to kind of give you an overview, it's very easy as far as unboxing and assembly. I made a short video on that. I'll put a link here for you to check that out. And as far as using it goes, this thing is powerful. And I was very surprised with how it was able to handle drifts that were up to about 2 feet tall. And the drifts themselves were actually taller than the snowblower is high here. So it was just chewing through those drifts, and it was leaving a path pretty much all the way down to the driveway. Very impressive. Now, a couple of things that I want to point out here that I like about this: it does have lights. So if you come out early in the morning and you're going to clear out your driveways and it's still a little bit dark outside, these lights are sufficient and you can see where you're going and where the snow is going and all that. Really like the lights. I also like that you can put 2 batteries in here, and you do need 2 batteries to run this. This came with 2 batteries. It came with a 7.5 amp hour battery and a 2.5 amp hour battery, and you need at least 4 amp hours to run this. So if you have extra batteries around from other Toro 60-volt tools, as long as you have 4 amp hours, you can run this thing. So keep that in mind. Very easy to change the batteries. And the best feature on this, honestly, the one I was most skeptical about, but one I really like, is the self-propel. Now, I've used self-propelled snowblowers in the past, and they're all kind of the same concept. It has a rubber impeller here that scoops up the snow, but it also makes contact with the ground and pulls the machine forward as it's working to clear that snow. So it's a rubber piece here, a rubber impeller that attaches to the impeller frame. I imagine that this is a replaceable part. Over time they're going to wear down, and it looks like it's pretty easy to replace. So that's really nice. But the best part for me was when I was using it, I didn't feel like I was being pulled down the sidewalk or pulled down or up the driveway. It was a very comfortable pace. I felt like I had control of the machine, and like I said before, it worked really, really well. Now, I've never been a fan of registering products or taking the time to register products after I buy them, but after my experience here that I'm about to share with you, I want to make the case for taking the time to register your products so that you can qualify for any warranties should you run into any issues later on. Here's what happened for me. So as I was out clearing snow in the driveway one morning, I noticed that my neighbor across the street has a similar snowblower, but the gas version, and I thought it'd be really cool to get a shot of both of those working the sidewalks at the same time. So I set up my camera and timed it so that we were doing our sidewalks at the same time. He was doing the gas and I was doing the battery powered, and it was a great shot. It was going really well. We were both clearing snow, and then all of a sudden this stopped working. It just stopped, and all I could hear was beeping. So when that happened, I went ahead and started doing my own troubleshooting and checked the battery life, because maybe the batteries were dead. The batteries were half used, which was impressive considering I'd done my entire driveway, and I have a fairly large driveway. It's not just a 2-car driveway. You can fit probably 4 or 5 cars on my driveway. And then I was starting to do the sidewalk over here, and it still had half the battery, so I had plenty of battery to get done everything that I was planning on getting done. Batteries were good, and so I thought, okay, maybe there's something wrong with these batteries, so I replaced them with 2 different batteries that I had on hand. And after putting in the new batteries, same thing, still getting the beeps. So with all that going on, I reached out to my people over at Toro, let them know what was going on. They were super helpful, and they let me know that those beeps are actually an error code. And it sounds like there's something wrong with the controller with this, and as with all mass-produced products, not all of them are going to be perfect. But the nice thing to know is that there's good customer support available, and they're replacing this for me, and I'm going to continue to use it. And if anything changes in my review, I'll be more than happy to update you here. But make sure that when you purchase new equipment, whether it's from Toro or any other company, that you go ahead and register your products. That way, when it's time, if you ever have to do any kind of warranty, repairs or things like that, your product is registered, and then they have all of your information. It just makes the process so much easier. So something to remember, something to think about. But let's get into some final thoughts here. So if you're in the market for a new snowblower, or if you're already invested in Toro's ecosystem of battery products and you want to add a snowblower, this is a great one to add to the lineup. They have another model that is not self-propelled that I've used before and done a video on in the past. This one I like better. It's much easier to maneuver. You don't have to put a lot of extra effort into it. It handles all of that and does a really good job at clearing the snow, even in those big 2-foot drifts like I was talking about. It's really quite impressive. So really happy with that. Like I said, I am getting a replacement unit for this, and if any thoughts that I have here change, or if I run into any other problems, I will share them with you. I will update my review and make sure that you have my latest thoughts and opinions on this and any other tools and products that you've seen me review here on this channel. So if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much to Toro for sending this out to me and letting me try it out, put it through the paces. It's definitely been through the paces this year. We've had a fantastic winter, lots of snow here. It's going to really help our drought conditions, and I'm very excited to see how the lawn season goes this year. And if you're into lawn care and you want to learn about how to take care of your lawn and what I do around here to take care of my lawn, again, feel free to subscribe to the channel, follow along on social media. Everything you need to know is down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.